if you have the privilege to hold the highest seat of the highest court in the land, which is the moral compass of the United States, guess what? You can't have a criminal record or even a hint to any criminal activity, okay? But this guy's got to go. Okay,
it's unbelievable. So that brings us,
We're a little riled up today. We're a little riled up. Front row divas. Wait, and it is tense. My ulcer's flaring like Harry Potter's lightning bolt scar.
Your sphincter is sphunked. It's sphunked.
I mean, you remember Anita Hill, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
I remember watching the whole thing. And, that was like just gross office sexual harassment. Okay,
Right,
your everyday...
No, but to
pubic hair and a
to hear about a fucking pubic hair,
no, it was disgusting.
That's just it's
like
what?
No, it was the first time they isolated it and identified it, and we were forced to watch it and watch her humiliation, and then watch. Oh well, it wasn't really that big of a deal, so we're going to confirm him.
And in my opinion, it was made worse by the fact that she was a black woman.
Of course.
We're really not going to give this any credence now.
Yeah, no, it was...
Because it's a black woman that said it. Well, we don't care that she's educated, she's an attorney, she's got all of these, credentials, clearly she is uber intelligent.
What they did
She's black.
What they did was they wanted to humiliate an intelligent woman and show that regular...
An intelligent
black woman. They wanted to humiliate her on a public stage and prove to people, once again, that, this low-level microaggression, sexual harassment, people do it. Boys will be boys. But, we're going to confront this guy anyway.
That's the thing. Boys will be boys. Just like on... I know we're going back to it, but I'm telling you people, Handmaid's Tale is prophecy.
It really is.
Do you remember the scene? It is so frightening.
No, it is.
Do you remember the scene?
It's scarier than any horror film, I swear to God, I've ever seen.
Exactly.
It's scarier than The Exorcist.
It's like
It is.
Well, Walking Dead is my thing. But I really, really doubt that there's going to be zombies. Right. So, I watch it. I watch it and, I get the entertainment value.
It's probably not going to happen with the clown.
No, it's not. Right. Although, I don't fuck with clowns.
Well, we do have Trump. He's a clown. He's scarier than Pennywise. But anyway,
then to have this scene in The Handmaid's Tale, and guys, we're going to refer to this
forever
until the end of time, ad nauseum.
So you might as well watch it,
etc., etc. So just watch it because it's prophecy. If women in this country do not wake the hell up, look, I got my passport.
I have mine. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready.
Look, Vancouver's looking pretty good.
I got friends all over the world.
They got a great film community.
I will get hat.
We could get a job there.
Get hat to Canada.
And in The Handmaid's Tale, Canada's the promised land.
Canada is the land of milk and honey.
So what I'm saying is, in reference to Anita Hill, to compare to now, Clarence Thomas, who still serves on the court today. Now, Dr. Blasey Ford, we're dealing with a little bit of a different issue where we're talking about sexual assault, okay?
Right.
So, with witnesses. So the thing about it is, we've come, 30 plus years.
Right.
And not only are we not talking about sexual harassment, we're actually talking about rape stuff.
Right.
And they're still just not acknowledging this.
Here's the thing. We're talking about rape stuff, and this isn't some Yahoo in the backwoods of Yahville. This is a guy who is being nominated for the Supreme Court. And the fact that we're even talking about his sexual assault.
And there are multiple accusations, and not even just one.
Kabosh! We're done.
I know.
We're done.
If you have to
Thank you for your time today, ladies and gentlemen, and close the book.
One more thing. If you get to hold, my stomach really hurt all day today. I'm just nervous. And part of the reason is of the movie I watched last last night.
Right? That was our assignment.
So today we're going to talk about a couple of things. First of all, documentaries, because if you want to educate yourself, if you want to be entertained, if you want to
learn
exactly,
something,
there are some amazing documentaries out, especially in the last few years.
Oh my God,
I mean, they're beautiful. It's not your old school boring things you had to watch in school or whatever.
Where you have a man with an English accent.
And it just puts you to sleep. Like, these are engaging topics the stories are told beautifully. And so, I mean, especially like on Netflix, you can just go to the documentary categories or on Hulu, Amazon, whatever. And they're phenomenal films.
Super high quality.
Yes.
Beautifully researched. This is not your grandma's documentary.
No, it's not.
This is not your grandma's
anymore.
documentary.
And I encourage you. It's like, how many nights are you like, I already watched that. I already watched that. Well, what about a documentary? Oh, no.
Well, wait. Okay, I just have to interject with this. I could watch Supernatural.
And yes, there's the Supernatural.
Over and over. But anyway.
I know.
Yes.
Well, that's how I feel about Outlander, but we digress.
I watched it this afternoon. Wait.
Outlander or
yes.
Supernatural?
No, Outlander.
Because you're preparing for the November 4th premiere of the 4th season.
Dun, dun, dun.
I can't be contained. I'm so excited.
Sing me a song.
Oh, my God. She's
gone.
singing Bear McCready.
Hey,
what?
could that last? Let me tell you something about Bear. Be I. Mary of soul, sail
on
the day.
We've gone to the Outlander place. There's no coming back.
Wait. When I was, so I got to get back to Bear McCreary first of all,
and documentaries eventually.
Yes, I swear to God, we're going right back. So Bear McCreary, I have been a fan of his for over a decade.
Really?
Yes, girl.
Okay, I never even knew who he was until Outlander.
He did the score for Battlestar Galactica.
Ooh. Oh, and that's Ron Moore.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Connection.
And yes, there it is.
It's all connected.
Connect them dots.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes. So it's really interesting. So when I was at the film office, right, I had this one, it was actually one of our students. And he came in and he's like, I'm really interested in, pursuing, doing film composition for movies and blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, so he was like, I want to look at people like, Hans Zimmer. I said, that's amazing, scoring movies. I said, but have you ever thought about scoring television? I said, TV is the new movie. I mean, that's what I taught for years. The whole time that I was there, I was like, y'all, TV is the new movie. It has proven prophecy.
The show is called
Prophecy.
The title of the show is Prophecy.
Prophecy. Prophecy.
End of days.
So I told him, I said, you need to look up. He's like, oh, I never even thought about that. I said, wow. You need to look up Bear McCreary because he is amazing and he's scoring everything. And those aren't his only two big hits. He's done at least half a dozen others.
Wow.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Well, I think he's a household name in TV now, for sure.
Isn't that so interesting? Because I remember his score for Battlestar.
Wow.
The intro, it used to make me cry.
Can you sing it now?
Well, it's not, it's instrumental.
Can you hum it?
No, I've fucking got Highlander in my mind. Sing me a song.
Highlander? You mean Outlander?
I'm sorry. I've got Outlander in my...
The Highlander.
I need another shot.
Well...
Dinner fash.
I can understand.
Dinner fash, laddie.
If we're going to do true confessions.
Okay.
The last 2 weeks, I have been down because of our U.S. government. And to make myself feel better, I've been catching up on seasons 1, 2, and 3 in anticipation of the fourth next season that debuts November 4th. I've been rewatching it, and it's so great to escape to that world.
You know what I love? My favorite episode.
Oh, no. We're going there.
My favorite episode. This is such a segue. Because life is so depressing.
I know. It's hard right now.
This is a beautiful show. It's a beautiful show with beautiful music and beautiful characters. Yes, we deserve it. Yes. My favorite episode is episode 6. When at the end, she goes back and she walks into his print shop.
Oh, God.
And
yeah.
he passes out and pisses on himself.
Oh, my God. It's called A. Malcolm. Episode 6.
Episode 6.
And he has to go by the name of Alexander Malcolm. Yeah, they haven't seen each other for 20 years.
Right.
And then they have the reunion.
She's been in 1970-something,
1968.
Yeah, raising their
She
child.
leaves from 1968 and returns to the late 1700s, and he pisses himself. Out of total shock.
I need that in my life. I need a man to piss himself over me.
RBG, which we're not going to talk about tonight, but I'm just going to mention, which stands for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, which is a phenomenal documentary. If you haven't seen it, you can get it on Netflix and other places. Her husband is the reason why she is who she is and achieved what she's achieved. Of course,
How do I get one? How do I get one?
The support at that time, in that era, for a man who was a brilliant attorney himself, to say, you know what? You're brilliant. I'm going to push you to your greatest heights. I will take care of the kids. It's truly, it's unthinkable. You can't even conceive of someone doing it when he did it, I think, in the 50s. You know what I mean? And so it's just...
You're not answering my question. You're not answering my question.
I want Mr. Ginsburg. I want Mr. Ginsburg.
My question is simple, Lisa. Where do I get one?
Where's my Mr. Ginsburg? Where are you? Where are you? That part made me cry, among many times I cried in that film. But that he had so much love for her that he was like, you know what? I, like so many women do for so many men, I am going to be there, and you're going to get where you want to get. Your dreams are going to be achieved, and we're going to have kids too, and it's okay.
I've got your back.
Yeah.
How
about that?
Your back.
How about those
How
words?
about that?
Silence. Crickets. But
I may
anyway.
insert some crickets here. That would actually be funny.
Let's do that. So we had some homework. We actually always do to know what we're going to talk about for our shows.
You know, the thing that I think makes us so different because, you guys can go anywhere to listen to film reviews or what's awesome on Netflix or Hulu or ABC or NBC or whatever. You can go any place to get that. One of the things that Lisa and I are really keyed into is how much life reflects art. And life reflects film, and vice versa. And so when we're on and we're talking to you and we're talking about what a horrible day we've had and how such and such is happening, in the government, et cetera, and then we go and refer to Handmaid's Tale, it's because we see the direct correlations between the things that you're seeing as entertainment and what's actually happening in our lives.
And as film...
Wake up!
Right? And
Wake up!
And as filmmakers... we're making this stuff too, so we're very sensitive to the stories that we feel are super relevant, that we want to tell. Sometimes you just want to escape and, tell a story that's science fiction or whatever, but I think there's still always a connection to the today. We both watch a lot of apocalyptic stuff. Which
sometimes you just want zombies.
Right, sometimes you just want zombies.
And that's
sometimes
fine.
you just want a pandemic,
And that's fine.
Sometimes you do.
And in these days and times, a nice pandemic...
Right.
Might set things right. I'm just saying.
Clean the slate. Start over. But also, sometimes you just want to escape and see, a fun rom-com like Crazy Rich Asians or whatever the case may be.
Or Nappily Ever After.
Exactly, which we're going to talk about tonight. So the first film we're going to talk about is, in direct connection to what you just said, Belle, about life and art. I chose a documentary, and I chose Reversing Roe. You can watch it on Netflix.
Yes.
And holy shnikes. Oh, my God. In fact, it's hard. It's hard to watch because... what's happening in the government right now happened, everything with Brett Kavanaugh's in the 80s. I'm 51 years old, full disclosure. I am of that same generation, went to school on the East Coast, all that stuff. So it's so close to home. But this film, Reversing Roe, is a total educational ride of the history of Roe v. Wade and the agenda to overturn it right now.
So, I just want to interject really, really quick because... everybody has very, very strong opinions about this topic.
It's a hot button topic.
It's a hot button. But there is one universal question that I always ask. Are there currently any laws over what a man can or cannot do with his body, his reproductive organs, his sperm?
The answer to that question, Belle, is no.
Wait, I'm supposed to do the music. Do do do
Okay.
do do.
There wasn't enough space.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alex, do 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 do.
Boom, boom. And I will answer the question with no and the loser horn. Ba, 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 ba. Wow. Okay. So, can you ask the same question of women? And the answer is yes.
Yes. Why us and not them? Why us and not them?
Well, there's an answer. Watch The Handmaid's Tale. It always come back to that. But anyways, what I would like to say publicly is we're going out on a limb here with our Front Row Divas show. You're going to get full disclosure from us of our personal feelings. Mm-hmm. These are our views. Mm-hmm. We are open people to all points of view. I'm not going to tell anybody that my view is the right one or whatever. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, just like everyone is entitled to the control of their own body. And that's my point with this. You can argue with me till the cows come home. I volunteered for Planned Parenthood for 6 years of my life, had these arguments with the best of them, and it's fine. You have a right to your opinion. I don't like abortion. I don't think anyone does, but that's not the point.
Abortion is not a night at the disco.
No, it's not. It's not. No one wants to do it.
If a woman chooses it, trust and believe she's not happy about it.
And
she's not happy about it. Nobody wakes up in the morning and goes, oh, I know. I got my nails done on Thursday. Right. Today's Friday. I need something different. Why don't I just go have an abortion? No woman wants to have one.
No. And that's what people need to understand. And maybe you never will. And it doesn't really matter. But for those of you who are listening to what we're saying and get what we're saying, the fact of the matter is it's about control. And this is what this film is all about. And it really shows both sides of the argument very fairly, in my opinion. What I love about documentary, and I'm a documentary filmmaker myself, is that you can't really lie because you have someone stating their truth, unedited, in a soundbite. Yeah, maybe the soundbites can be put in a specific way to get a tone or something, but the way that this film is put together, these people are very proud of their positions on both sides. So it's full-blown disclosure. So you get to see it all, warts and all. And I think that this is a film that, honestly, I believe every American should see. I feel that strongly about it.
Why?
Because it's just, this is the fight of our times. From the moment you and I were born, Belle, and we were born in a pre-Roe V Wade world. And I've had many discussions with my mom of girls whose lives were ruined in college because they got pregnant, died from illegal abortions. Yes. It's going to happen, people, whether you like it or not. It's not something the government should regulate, i.e. a woman's body. That is my position on it, and I will not waver.
This is not a religious issue.
It's not.
This is an economic issue because when women get pregnant, a man can stay or go. It is completely up to him.
We're the ones that carry the babies. And we both carried babies. We know how it feels.
But if a man can stay or go. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Take the Bible out of it. Take your politics out of it. Take your religion out of it. A man can stay or he can go. It's really up to him. But when a woman gets pregnant, you're done. You are done.
That's you. That's all on you.
It's all on you.
It's all on the woman.
Now, you helped me get this way. But why do you still have the choice to stay or go?
Right. The other thing is that...
Don't get me started!
I know. Well, and here's the thing is, the whole choice side is really saying, man, if you're totally against abortion and your church is against it and whatever, that's your personal decision. 100%. You go there, girl.
Go.
You go.
Do what you need to do.
But don't put your shit on me. I have my own views.
Don't put your beliefs on me.
And I might have a different religion that accepts it. This country was founded on pluralism and diversity and tolerance. And that's the part
this country
that
was
scares me.
founded on puritanical values, which is why we are in the shape that we are now. We cannot separate church and state. We cannot figure out how, because that's what this is. That's what Roe v. Wade is. It is the desire to push the Bible on people who may or may not share those views, particularly if you're a woman.
Okay. I have to amend a thing that you said. I think that the founding fathers, their greatest fear was what is happening right now. The original founding fathers, when they created this country, fled from a country where they're being oppressed and wanted religious freedom, right?
And then came here and oppressed everybody.
No, true. But I mean, I'm just saying, in theory, that was their theory. And then they wanted to prevent this. Of course, let's not get into all the other crazy problems that were going on at that time.
Because I'm black in America, and I got some shit to say.
And it was bad, and everything else. But I think that...
But getting back to this, women's rights.
Getting back to the American experiment. Now, this has gone way down a history road. Maybe we don't want to go. We don't claim to be experts, folks.
I'm an expert in my life.
But right? We're experts in our life, and that's all we can really claim to be experts on. And I just want to say that this film is so important. And if you're curious about the history of where we are and how we got to where we are today and how the religious right hijacked the Republican Party and all that stuff, it's fascinating, and it really shows it in an even-handed way, and you can draw your own conclusions, but it's extremely well done. It's called Reversing Roe. It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix right now. Highly recommend it. Not that long, but super powerful.
Yeah, I think it's only, most things are 90 minutes.
It's really powerful. Powerful film. So that's it for this week, and we just want to say thanks for listening.
Thank you. I mean, we really, really appreciate it. Just so you know, we're not in a studio. It's 11 o'clock at night. We've both worked a full day.
We're in Belle's kitchen. We're in Belle's kitchen. With really good equipment.
And really good coffee.
Really good coffee.
And we're doing it because it needs to be done. It's important.
We have a voice. Like us, love us, or hate us. We hope you enjoy the camaraderie and the critique and
the frivolry, the ridiculousness, the
into it. There's lots of places to comment.
Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Front Row Divas out.
#FRD.
#FRDivas.
Stay decent.